What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It is Saturday night. And holy crap, I've not done much sleeping. I've been working my butts off, both butts, cheeks, specifically the cheeks of the butt, have been worked off, getting things ready, sending out emails, and verifying sponsors for the upcoming event, which I will get into a little bit more. For the time being, though, I want to start off by saying hello to everybody who is already in the chat. Francois, Diamonds and Microplastics, Wallflower, Goddess Jen, Sean Paints, Della. How is it going, guys? I hope everyone is doing all right on this Saturday night. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my tools really quickly, and we'll get right into it. In front of me here, I have my pen. Let me move this lamp back a little bit. I have my pen from C'est Plus Beau Tour. This one is from Wallflower as a gift. Thank you again, Wallflower. I love this thing. You're going to see some new pens on the channel, though, when the event comes up. I'll share more about that as well. Oh, welcome to the Dazzlers, to Diamonds and Microplastics. Thank you for joining the members. Hi, Sarah. Hello, Diamonds and Things. I hope everybody is doing well. And yeah, welcome to the Dusted Dazzlers. There's all kinds of stuff for you to enjoy. I'll get into that in a moment as well. I have a tray here. It is a Firefly. It is their Switch Mini Max. I love this thing, even though it says mini. Look at how big this thing is. It's actually quite large. It has a slide on and slide off tray. This cool little hole right there is so you can put your pen into it and the pen won't like roll off the table. It has a removable trash tray, which I actually do usually remove and set it on top of my lamp. And then it has an open and close pour spout. You got to love that, right? I am inside of my pen. I am working with the Butterfly Effectwares Pearl Dot Dot Putty. Look what I have left, you guys. You're going to laugh. Like, this is what's left of my Butterfly Effectwares. That little sliver will go one more go in my pen. So I saved it. And then I have in my single placer, my Diamond Art Club metal single placer, the Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. This one is very cool. If you're looking for it, it's on Etsy. It has this symbol right there, ED for Diamond Painting Daily. If you put in etsy.com/Diamond Painting Daily, you'll find the Ghost there. If she has any in stock is the big question. That said, what else? I'm using Art Dot containers. I can't put the thing in front of you here because, like, hold on, let me move my soda or pop if you are in Canada. I have the 420 count Art Dot, so I actually have one thing kitted up here and then something else kitted down here. It's actually really handy. But that is my container that I'm using. I am working on Little Miss All Hallows Witch right here from Art and Soul. She is adorable. I am like right up in here. I'm just about done. I literally just have like that much left to do, and then she's all finished. I think I can get her finished by the 31st. I'm pretty positive. I've been busy the last couple of days, but I have a feeling that I can push and get it done. Hello, Destiny. How are you doing? Yes. The handiness of this Art Dot container is pretty massive. In fact, it's like you can really go about either stocking it up so that you have like half and half in one tray, or you can do like currently my 420 count one, which is what this tray is from right over there. That is part of it is for my Josephine wall. That's my first two. And then my last two are actually two separate kits in the bottom tray. That's the 420 count, but you can get anything from 60 count, 180, I think, 240, and then 420. Like that. It's a lot. I'll tell you that much. It is a lot. But that said, right now, before the event starts at Art Dot, you can save 10% on any of your Art Dot purchases by putting in the code NAO10 to save 10%. Otherwise, if you wait until the event begins and you put in NAO18, you'll save 18% on an Art Dot purchase, which is wild. Just wild. That is a lot. But anyways, speaking on events, you guys. Okay, so today was a wash as far as doing really any diamond painting or getting anything really done because I was so busy, like checking in double with regard to sponsors, like those people that hadn't responded yet. I checked back in with them, see if they had a response or whatever. And what's up? How you doing? But that being said, you guys, 25 sponsors so far. That is not all that I've reached out to. That is not all I'm waiting to hear back from. There are a lot more pending that are just trying to figure out exactly how they're going to sponsor. I didn't want to confirm any details about them until I knew like for sure how they were going to sponsor, or at least that they were sure they were going to sponsor in some sort of way. And here's the two things that they were thinking about doing, like whatever. I confirmed the details with those who are ready to confirm details only. I haven't put the maybes up there yet because they're maybes, right? But 25 sponsors. So here's the way I look at it. Okay. One, I have a feeling that the event is going to be humongous. Okay. Like largest, ginormous, in fact. Yes, good word. But like with that being said, I'm like, if it's not huge, right? And there's all of these sponsors, well, then if it stays small, then that group is about to be very, very, very happy with prizes because some of the guys are top notch in the community. And I've shared them on the Discord for anybody who's watching that sponsors list roll out. But for those who are not in the know, I will share if you'd like to know. Otherwise, I'll skip it. But I am stoked, like beyond just stoked about the event starting. I am going to be releasing a video that has, event details, sign up sheet. It will have all of the information that you need to join. The Facebook group will be available via those links. I mean, it's all going to go active on the 1st when I drop my very first video. And then we begin the event on the 1st of December. Now, what I would ask of others would be if you are in other diamond painting communities, or you are a fan of Margaret Morales and other fans of Margaret Morales and watercolor artists, because I will be featuring some other watercolor artists along the way from other diamond painting companies. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Well, I wouldn't mind the prizes. I really want the event to be big for you and your channel. Yeah, thank you. Me too. Me too. But if you do have other communities that you're a part of, or, people that that like to diamond paint and like prizes and events and things like that, and are fans of Margaret Morales, please, 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 the more that everybody can spread the word in the communities that you're in so that I'm not self-promoting because, they tend to frown on that, the self-promotion. But if other people are talking about an event that they're going to take part in, then, it's not looked at as selfless, shameless self-promotion type stuff. So, getting the word out, if you want this event to be big for our community, and I really, really do, then just make sure that you are spreading the word out in the community about, what the event is, where to find it, that sort of thing. If you need a graphic, like, you just need the event details all in one place on one graphic. I have one of those that you can use. Just, get in touch with me. You can either email me at my regular houseofmiscellanea@gmail, or you can get a hold of me at Mary Morales DP event at Gmail or Discord, the usual places. But I am really just I'm jazzed. I can't. I'm so freaking excited. Oh, finally I get to do a pixie dust. I haven't used this one yet. This one is pixie dust. It's their soul dust, excuse me. This one is a red soul dust, and it's going on the pumpkin, which is awesome. Hold on, let me get there we go. The name of the event is Mary Morales 2024. Thank you for asking that, Michelle. Yeah, they've got these soul dust. It's red with silver glitter. Love them. They're going on the pumpkin. Yes, it is Mary Morales 2024. Now I may end up like adding on to or addenduming the name depending on how it goes with diamond painting companies. I mean, most are interested in sponsoring regardless of whether or not, I'm specifically highlighting any watercolor artists from their company. But there have been a couple of companies that have said, oh my gosh, yes, I have a fantastic watercolor artist that's new or that has been around and needs some love. So you hear it, soul dust. I want your soul. What's up, Deborah? Captured by Radiance in the house. Yeah, I want to be able to make it for all of the other diamond painting companies in the community, because while yes, in order to get a Margaret Morales right now, sorry, hold on. Nobody else. Sorry, guys. He heard noise from upstairs. I don't know what's happening. Justin, will you do me a favor? Could you cut me up a hot dog into small pieces? And I can that keeps him so busy. And I can give him little pieces throughout the live. But yeah, so I want to obviously, you can only get your Mary Morales canvases right now through Diamond Art Club, or formerly you could get them through DIY Moonshop. But I want to make sure that, if Margaret is okay with it, maybe we'll open it up so that if you do not have a Morales and you just really, it's just not in your ability to get that, or maybe you're just not shopping at Diamond Art Club right now, and that's okay too. Maybe we can do an add-on to call it Mary Morales and a Wonderland. Pending. Because then we can kind of open it up to more people, but I do want the focus to remain on Margaret Morales because that's the artist that I want to feature. They're large, but I'll take them. Yeah, that's large, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. Thank you very much. So yeah, more information to follow on that. But I like I said, I want to make sure that the event is inclusive where more people can participate and win prizes. But I do want to keep that focus on Margaret Morales because really that's the reason that I started the event in the whole first place. You know what I mean? Was to celebrate my birthday and to celebrate a really fantastic artist, my favorite, or at least in my top 5 in the diamond painting community. And there are so many of the sponsors that are looking to do like event specific items where, you know, they would either be not necessarily say Mary Morales 2024, though some of them would, but you know, things that will match her canvases, things that will match the sorry, I got it pulled up. There we go. Things that will match the canvases, things that will match with the vibe of watercolor. Like it's it's things that you can get where some places are even considering, like pen shops are even considering doing an event pen that matches every one of her canvases, so that if you want a pen to match whatever canvas you are specifically working on, there are pen companies that are thinking that that's what they want to do. So there you have that, because so many of the pen companies that are out there are like, oh my gosh, I mean, I've already done a couple of, you know, blanks based on one or two of her artworks. I would love to do the whole set. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, she has no issues with things being you know, based upon her artwork, as long as they're not using like a specific image of her artwork. No issues, because obviously she doesn't want to have her artwork used and resold where she's not making the money. So, but all in all, it's just great. But while I have Miss Deborah here, I would love it if you guys that are not already familiar with Captured by Radiance, the diamond painting company, like she does canvases, she sells cover minders and crystals, which I love. You need to go over to capturedbyradiance.com and really take a look at the site. They are There are some really fantastic works on there. There's new drops coming for the next several days. And there's going to be more coming after that, while the renderer works furiously to get those done. You should go and check out Captured by Radiance, because I believe that the fall sale is still going on. Now, mind you, it will not count toward any of the currently named new releases, but any of the kits that are in stock right now, 40% off. Now, that code is up at the top of the site when you go onto the website. Oh, and not the custom pens that they make. But if you are interested, go to capturedbyradiance.com, and it is fall sale 24 is the code, if it's still going on. I'm pretty sure it is. It was when I looked yesterday. I was shopping yesterday. I was trying to figure out what to buy yesterday. I didn't end up getting anything, but man, am I tempted. I'm waiting for the one oh man, why is my brain blanking? Hold on a second. My brain has gone blankies. It is, oh, let's see. Beans. Knowledge. That one I am waiting for it to restock. It is a gorgeous kit. Absolutely stunning. Sale closes on October 31st. So yeah, go check out that sale. It's huge, you guys. Like she's practically giving them away. Like it's almost a little bit highway robbery. You're waiting on Book of or Blooming Knowledge to restock too. Yeah, woof. Togo, you do not need hot dog. Bird. I'm sorry. It's a little weird that you want some hot dog. I mean, she is kind of a weird bird, though. She eats some weird stuff. You want to give her a little piece of hot dog? No, of course she doesn't have lips. What does that have to do with anything?
You have to have lipstick on.
No, you don't have to have lipstick hot dog. You silly. Yeah, I got food for her.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what she's got for food over there, and she's just peeping over nothing. She might stop slamming that. Okay. You goofy. Yeah, it's almost like highway robbery going over there and shopping for 40% off, but coming back next week. Oh my gosh. That is so excited. The cat likes to eat weird stuff too. Yeah, it's not my cat, it's my bird. My bird likes to eat the weirdest stuff. The cat, I mean, the weird chicken, my cat chicken that we used to have, she ate weird stuff. Like she was a garbage cat. She would eat anything you'd put in front of her. Like French fries. I've never really seen a cat that enjoyed potatoes, but that cat loved French fries. Basically, if you were eating it, she wanted to eat it too. Didn't matter what it was. Pickles. Pickles. She was weird about pickles. She loved pickles. I don't know that I've ever heard of a cat eating pickles before. But like, yeah. Animals are weird, man. Their choices are different. Different is a polite word, but I'll go with it. What's up, cat? Welcome. Never ever had a bird, so a cat as close as I could personally. Ah, okay, got you. Yeah, she is a blue-fronted Amazon parrot, and she is, well, kind of a jerk. Jerk is a nice way of putting what she actually is. I would use a much stronger language for this bird. Mm-hmm. Where are you going? I'm gonna take Mr. Beans for a car ride. Oh, look at him. He's so excited. Bowie's like, I want to go on a car ride. You don't take me on a car ride anymore. That's because you scream in the car, Bowie. That's why you don't go on car rides. Yeah, and the nervous diarrhea. There you go. You can have some hot dog, though, Bowie. You can hang out with me and get hot dog. I know. You already got some hot dog beans. He's trying to stay behind for hot dog. Oh, of course. If I hadn't given any to Bowie, he'd have been out the door already. Yeah, Bowie's like a walk then. Yeah. Oh, ice cubes. Yeah. Beans loves ice cubes. He does. Cats like salty things. That's why they like to lick human skin. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, Bowie, she likes to literally scream when she's in the car. It's like a combination. She's so excited she could pee, and also she's terrified and hates car rides. It's weird. It's very, very weird. We have to give her like calming chews or like CBD or whatever to take her on long trips. And usually by the time that we get, a ways down the interstate, like when we're not stopping and going in town, she's fine. Takes about 45 minutes. She'll chill out, but oh my gosh, when she is on one and in the city, it's almost unbearable. Just even to take her, like, just walking, not even 5 minutes from here, we go to the boat landing and take her for a walk, and she screams the whole way. Oh, Diamond Dumpling, welcome to the Dusted Dazzlers. Are you there on Discord? If not, you should join. There's also a members only area there. You get access to early videos. And I did decide that for members only, just first level Dusty Dazzler members only, that I would unlock the Monday event video for you 4 hours earlier than everybody else gets to see it. So you get your names in first. But welcome to the members group. I appreciate you joining. Thank you for supporting my channel. It means a ton. But yeah, so this event, you guys, I can't express how excited I am. Like, I know for Wings and Anythings, I was excited for that. There was a lot. I got my feet wet, and I feel like I learned so much that prepared me for this event. Like, even my 24-hour live was a mini event, like a one day only, may fly. It was there for a day and gone event, which was fine. I enjoyed it, and I will do it again next year as a marathon for mental health. But Wings and Anythings, that also lasted a couple of months. I learned that there is no freaking way I'm going to ship all prizes from my own house. There are going to be some prizes for this upcoming event that will end up in my hands to send out, which is fair. That was the way that the sponsors wanted to do it. But I will probably the winner pay shipping for it, even if it's just the $5, because ugh, man, last event in June, July, I spent close to like $150 out of pocket just for the shipping. That didn't include prizes that I purchased for the event. That doesn't include like prizes that community members bought to donate for the event. Like, it was all kind of put on with the of a few sponsors by myself and the community, and woof, hoping for Wings and Anythings 2.0. Oh yes, Francois, we will have a Wings and Anythings 2.0, definitely. I am going to commit to these 3 events every year going forward, so long as people remain interested in them, and that is the Marathon for Mental Health. I will keep doing that in May. Um, in June, July, it's going to be Wings and Anythings, though I may bump the months ahead a little bit just to give myself a little bit of a break in between. I mean, the, in May, if I do it early enough in May for the Marathon for Mental Health, if I do it early enough, then I've got plenty of time in between May and June. But like, it's only a 24-hour thing. I do a one off sort of deal, but it gives me time, I think. So I might move Wings and Anythings to like July, August next year. We'll see. You weren't around for Wings and Anythings. So Wings and Anythings was where your canvas, like, generally I wanted them to have wings. Anything with wings. Could be a bird, could be a bat, could be butterflies, could be dragons, could be something that flies. It didn't necessarily have to have wings if it flew, like Batman, okay, for instance. There, it was very loose on the wings part, the flying part. And then the anythings was included, so that literally, if you did not have something that had wings on it, but you really badly wanted to participate in the event, that you could really do anything. As long as it was a licensed piece, it was acceptable. And, most people, I feel like, ended up choosing something with wings on it. There were a couple that didn't, but that was mostly like finances, things like that, where they might not be able to afford a really big canvas or a brand new licensed canvas. They might have had something else in their stash that they were like, well, could I use this one? And I wanted everybody to be able to participate because events are fun. That way you could literally use anything that you had already even started. Like, there weren't a lot of rules. Sorry, I'm going to plug my phone in. There weren't a lot of rules as far as like new start, finishes, sizing, that sort of thing. I didn't want to put too many limitations on it. Make sure that anybody could be involved. And so that one I will most likely do again next year. But like I said, I might move it a little further out away from the mental health one, also because like it weirds it weirds sponsors out when you reach out for sponsorship like 2 months in a row. They're like, okay, we just sponsored something from you, so maybe reach out to us next year or closer to the end of the year or whatever." And so a lot of those people I've hit up again, but that was kind of why Wings and Anythings ended up being more of a event, because I was like, "Ooh, but I don't want to reach out to the same I don't want to reach out to sponsors again after they just sponsored an event for me." So, I think that's the other reason I need to put a little distance. And I think with the marathon for mental health, I'm going to go about seeking sponsorship a little bit differently. We did a prize for that. Was that just a one? No, we did a few prizes for that. We did like every 3 hours, every 4 hours. Hi, Diamond Queen. Yeah, it was every 4 hours, maybe. No, I did four giveaways. So it was every 3 hours I did a giveaway. Three at to start with, and then one bigger one at the end. And I mean, it wasn't like a massive grand prize or anything. It was like, a tray, a pen, a putty, like basically like a starter set for somebody, which, you figure the value on that is anywhere from like 60 to $80, which is good, I think. Um, but yeah, it ended up costing out of pocket to do Wings and Anythings because I was scared to, well, one, I didn't reach out to nearly as many sponsors as I did for Mary Morales. Like, you guys, I went nuts. Hold on. Let me tell you how many sponsors I've reached out to so far for this event. It's a crazy number. If my mouse will work. Hold on. Hold, please. Okay, so for this event, I have reached out to 92 sponsors, okay? And I have gotten 25 yeses and only a few no's, like 3 or 4, 6 no's, some maybes, or like, let me figure out how I want to support you. But really, like, response has been overwhelmingly positive. I'm really grateful for the the businesses that were like, "Oh my gosh, I need to be a part of this." Like, ooh, it's it's interesting to me that, like, I've put a lot of work into making this one really something special. One, because it's my birthday. December 2nd is my birthday. And so I wanted to run this event because my birthday, right? I wanted to do a Morales for my birthday as sort of a gift to myself. And then kind of, like around my birthday, doing something that is really big and, like, a, I give gifts to the community for my birthday. Like, that means a lot to me. And so, I wanted to make it huge. And even if I only hear back from and get positive responses from another 15 even, like, that's still huge. Can't put a price on the first that was the first that was had. The 24-hour live. Yeah, that one was it was rare. That was that was a rare a rare event. The 24-hour live was definitely something special. I felt it. I definitely felt it, and like the amount of people that were willing to sit with me for 24 hours, like, because there were many of you that stayed the whole time. I was I was blown away with how many people were willing to stay up with me, even those who just like quickly needed a couple hours worth of a nap or whatever, like the amount of people that kept me company and, like made it fun and funny. I mean, granted, by about hour 14 or 15, stuff went off the rails, but in a good way. I mean, I was at that point just like hitting my second wind, but I was basically out of my mind. Um, we did our every 2-hour stretch breaks, and I ended up just getting a little slap happy, inappropriate. Like it was almost like well, at the time I didn't have a way to, like, I didn't have any friends per se in the community, like not in the community, but like YouTube content creators. I did not have any friends in the community that I could have invited on to kind of take some of the onus off of me to be entertaining the whole time. And so I don't even remember what all I talked about. I do remember at one point I gave like a one card tarot reading to people. I uh like just talked about my mental health struggles and kind of like what I've done to cope with them. Just it was an amazing night. It really really was. And it yeah, um Sarah was just done by the end because she had worked all that day, like, alongside the event going on. She was also working, moderating. The other moderator that we had, no shade, but the other moderator that, so some shade meant, right? Because when you say no offense, you mean a little bit. Well, the other moderator that was supposed to have helped out with the event, like, barely there. Um, she was like in and out basically. And then when Sarah was just like, I just need to get 2 hours of sleep, and here's the time that I'm going to need to do that, the other moderator kind of never came back. And I just told Sarah, like, it's just us. We're fine. I can manage. Don't worry. Go to sleep. Like, go get some sleep. And like, because really, there was nothing to moderate. It was all, I mean, there were probably 25 of us, I think, total that stayed like the whole time, or at least like cycled throughout. I know there were a good 10 or 15 of you that were there literally the whole time. But there was like always about 18 to 25 people on the live at any given time, but it was a lot of fun. And I remember how panicked I was coming up to the event because I didn't have um this was May, so I started the channel in middle of March, end of March, one or the other. I started the channel in March. That was May, so 2 months later. I was panicked about not having enough subscribers to be able to go live, much less to go live for 24 hours. We made it I made it by like literally the skin of my teeth to get enough subscribers to go live for the event. And it ended up being like just a ton of fun. And some of those friends that each of us has made from that 24-hour live have remained very close friends, like in the community from that point on. Like it was very, very special. I feel like we all kind of, we laughed, we cried because we were laughing too hard. Um, yeah. And then Sarah had to turn Saturday. It was crazy. Um, and thank you, Michelle. Michelle did just put up a link to the 24-hour live from earlier in the year. if you want to watch it, you can, you know, put it on while you're, I don't know, doing something, save it in your playlist and watch further later on, you know, whatever. But my favorite was in the second half, right at about like the hour and a half, 2 hours into it. That's when everything kind of went off the rails. About an hour 15 at that point. Yeah, we laughed, we cried, we peed a little. Totally factual. Seriously. That, you know, I would have had to have thrown away that 1970s chair because it had urine all over it from peeing myself laughing too hard. Um, but oh my gosh, it was a blast. And so I definitely want to do that again next year. Wings and Anythings I want to do again next year, but I think with the 24-hour live, I may just talk to a couple of other community uh content creators in the community. Yeah, second half is NSFW for sure. Definitely, definitely. What's up, Ducky? I made sure I bought Chroma though. Yep, I got Chroma. That was, well, Chroma and no, it was just Chroma. I thought I got something else with Chroma. I'd have to look. But I got Chroma as like a congratulations for it, and from Dustin, it was sort of like a congrats on your first major event slash live. Because right as we were ending, that was when people were kind of filing off to go and make their DAC purchases because, oh, Kettner Fairy, thank you. Look at her knowing stuff. Hi, Teresa, welcome. Yeah, yeah, because surprise, we ordered the same thing. Right, right. Surprise, surprise. Two halves of the same brain ordered the same canvases. Shocker. Um, Basically, if I ordered it, Sarah probably ordered it, or if Sarah ordered it, then I probably ordered it. Or if that isn't the case, which is very, very rare, it's probably because I didn't have the money to get it because our tastes are just pretty much the same tastes. There are very few things we disagree on as far as canvases go. My brain twin over there. Well, I say twin. I think we're up to a quadruplet now. The brain has many working parts, y'all. We're gonna have to have sections, just all around sections of the brain. Um, but yeah, it was just too much fun. It was too much fun. And I want to do that again for sure. But maybe this time have like some sort of special guests or something just to kind of take the onus off of me for a few minutes. Yeah, or it's a landscape. Depending on the landscape, I might like it or I might not. I'm really picky on landscapes, like real super picky. But yeah, so I the only thing is I want to be very selective about anybody that I would pick to join me on that just because that event is so very near and dear to my heart. Um One, because regardless of who is coming in, joining me, whatever, I am still diamond painting for 24 hours straight. I did not take a break. If you go and you watch the if you go and you watch the live, even if you scrub through the whole thing, the only times that I stop are to stand up to stretch for 2 minutes. Like I took a break every 2 hours to stand up and stretch. I think I took all of maybe 4 or 5 bathroom breaks, if that. They were very, very quick. But the rest of the time, I diamond painted the whole time. I worked on Ajasai until I finished her. And then I started working on Magical Moonlighter. But I was diamond painting the full 24 hours. It was crazy. But I guess when I do an event, I don't know how to do anything like in a small way. I've just never been good at that. It's just always been, how extra can I make this? Let me see how extra I can do this. Um, so that's what happened. It was just very extra. But for Mary Morales coming up, I would love to know how many of you are planning on participating in the event, and what canvas are you planning on? I would love to know. My canvas, I have decided upon. Some people know what it is. Oh, it's not enough putty. I gotta get some more putty. Um, some people do already know what canvas I'm working on. I need help here, guys, because I gotta figure out what one I want to do. I gotta see what I have left of my butterfly effect wares. Oh no, I need to place an order. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. That's not good. Okay, maybe I will just... Okay. I'm gonna use my Winter Dreams. I use like literally down to the last itty bitty bit. But God, I love Butterfly Effect Wears Putty. If you ever want to buy me a gift, man, Butterfly Effect Wears Putty is like, I love Patsy's. I love Putty Crocker. Those are great. But Butterfly Effect Wears is like definitely my like highest love of putty pretty much forever. It has my heart. It's so dry. It works so well because I'm a hard placer. Like, just, I love it so much. And every person I feel like that I've said, hey, you should check out Butterfly Effect Wares. Every person that I've said, go check out Butterfly Effect Wares has liked it. All right, let me see what you got. Oh, I'm so jealous of your Kakomu. Kakomu. All right, going back up, going back up, going back up. Let me see what we got. Thank you for letting me know where you got your... It is so phenomenal. I used before glue dots. What a game changer. I love it. Teresa, I'm so glad that you like it. It was definitely a game changer for me. It was the first time that I put down ABs and they didn't get stuck or pull off the coating or pull my glue right out of the freaking single placer. So frustrating. So I am very, very glad that you like Ghost because it has been a game changer for me as well, as far as my single placer goes. I haven't put it in a multi-placer yet and used it. I actually, that's a lie. I have some in this multi-placer, but I don't use it very much. All right, so let's see. You reordered Artemis, Song of Artemis. All in undecided. Okay, Alex is undecided. Dragon Spirit for Diamond Queen 2020. Francois is Onahime. Yeah. That's a good one. Hakomu. Oh, she's so pretty. To finish that, I'll start on Satura. That's fair. Daisy's and Kneecap, which one? You'll see. You'll see. Destiny's Garden. Inside Watery Eyes, I just ordered on Thursday. God, that one is gorgeous. I had such a hard time picking. I haven't decided what painting yet. Decisions. Oh, I hear you, Jen. I reordered Artemis, but I'm going to probably do Watery Eyes. Oh, right. Well, you got the upgrade for that, right? The Tima's upgrade? I ordered Song of Artemis today, despite the dreaded pink lines. You know, I think it's going to be okay. I mean, the pictures look okay with using mica powder. I may do the event. Okay, where did that go? I may do the event unofficially because I'm very slow. I may work on Millicent. Oh, okay. Well, Wallflower, just so you're aware, you only need to complete a 10 by 10 square. That's the size of a section, a Diamond Art Club section. Like, it's like this big. You only need to do one of those a week. And you don't you don't have to compete for the grand prize. If you're going for weekly prizes, you only have to finish that much space in a week to go for that week's prize. So, if you don't make it all the way that week, then go for the next week's prize. If you don't finish it, then you don't get the grand prize. That's all. Sarah's going to do one of the Die Moon shops. So jelly. Ordered a butterfly effect words pen and putty today too. Oh, you're going to love the putty. You're going to love it so much. Really want Song of Artemis, but I already have one canvas with pink lines and I don't know that I want a second. That is fair. It is good putty. I used the $50. Use the $50 I sent you for your birthday to get you some putty. I was actually thinking about that. I was looking at it, but I may be receiving some samples for because Butterfly Effect Wares is as far as I am aware, I'm just waiting for confirmation, going to be sponsoring the event. And if they sponsor the event, then I won't need to buy any yet. So I'm going to hold off only because I don't want to buy it. And then they give me a bunch of, like 4 or 5 free ones, you know what I mean, that I could have just saved my money on. So I'm going to wait because this will last me. This one and the other 2 will last me the month that I would need to wait or whatever. So I definitely want to wait on that. And I have some other samples coming that I want to try out during the event too. Oh, you were guessing I was doing Onahime. Oh, Putty Crocker has hard placer coming soon. Cool. Okay. Alice, I think I'm doing Chroma, then Einafel if I have time. Cool. All right. I like that. Someone had paint pens for fill-ins. Paint pens. Interesting. Okay. Should I do Chroma or Einafel? Amber, I think because you had mentioned that like the colder months can be really like rough as far as like mental health goes, I say do Chroma because she's the most colorful. She is like exploding with color, absolutely beautiful. Like you can't look at her and not smile for that burst of rainbow colors. That's my vote. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Me and Wicked Kitty Princess are in. Cool. Hello, Amy. And Horror Movie Bros. Probably Song of Artemis, but the Council of Morales Tea Party will meet next weekend. Okay. Get you girls together. Figure out your tea party on the mica for the pink lines. Oh, had paint pens. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I still need pictures of this tea party to prove that it happened. Yes. Okay, I am not doing Onahime. Onahime. But here's what's weird. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I love every single piece that Margaret Morales has created thus far, and probably every piece that she will create in the future will be purchased by me. I cannot see a reason that I would just all of a sudden like weave from the way that I do things now and not buy a canvas that she creates. Okay. With that said, I love Skittles. Okay. And I've talked about this before. I love Skittles, right? They're hard for me to eat because I have to eat them a specific kind of way. I have to separate them by color first. I have to make sure that there's even numbers in every pile. And then I usually will eat my least favorite first. Now, that isn't to say that like I dislike the Skittle that I eat first. It's my favorite, which is usually, depending on my mood, either the red or the purple. Now, some people are very heavy, no artificial grape flavoring, F the purple ones. Some people are like, no artificial cherry flavored stuff, F the red ones. Or I used to be, I will not even buy a bag of Skittles while they have green apple instead of lime. Okay. That said, I always eat the lime ones first. They're not my, they're not like gross. I don't dislike them, but they're not my favorite. With that being said, with the Margaret Moraleses, I had convinced myself that I wanted to do like my least favorite one first, like I would eat Skittles because I want to savor those other ones. Like they're my flavor savers. I just want to like I just want to just take my time with finishing them, which is why I haven't kitted up a Morales since Ajasai, because I don't want to do it and then not have it, right? Well, I thought, hey, I should do one that I don't like because that's how I usually do things with Skittles. But someone named Alex convinced me that if I went ahead and did um something that I really love first, something that's in my top, 4 or 5 first, this is a really special event. Not only is it an event for the channel, it's for my birthday. So what could be more special than to do a canvas that is for my birthday and to celebrate my favorite artist? And I was like, that's a good ass point. Why don't I do that? Because I love her so freaking much. So I hemmed and I hawed and I hemmed and hawed and I did decide on a canvas. Okay. I don't want to share which one because that's coming out on the first. There are some people who do know because, I did end up like not, I had a hard time figuring it out myself. That said, not many people know exactly what canvas I'm going to do. I will tell you that it is not Onahime. Just because she falls a little bit, I love her. I love her so much, but she falls a little bit lower in my list. All right, let's see. Who is part of the council? All of them. She has all the Moraleses, so they will all be at the tea party. Doing chroma because I ordered the DP with sparklers enhancement set for it before I even bought the canvas. Fair enough. Chroma is a great choice if you suffer from SAD. Yeah. It didn't look like that's what she did. It looked like she did after she laid drills and just, oh, you're talking about the paint pen. All the Dak Morales prints are part of the council. I'm going to have a chat with them next weekend. Yeah. But as far as the pink line problem, like I've seen photos of people who have used the mica method and it looks better, definitely. You can still see the pink lines like just faintly underneath the drills. And my fear would be that I would decide, you know what, I'm not going to buy, or I'm going to return it instead of keeping it. Take a refund, whatever, buy it when it restocks. But I don't want to run the risk of Diamond Art Club deciding like we're not going to restock because of the issue. I don't know why they wouldn't restock because they restock Margaret Morales. It's what they do. But I don't want to run that risk. I would rather sit on the canvas and worry about whether or not I'm going to do mica or whatever later and then not have it, you know? Because maybe in the future I decide I'm fine with trying to mess with the mica method, then that's what I'll do. But I'm not doing Song of Artemis for the event. That is one that I am not doing. Now, if you ask me to like rank all of the Moraleses from like least favorite to most favorite, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I could tell you like top 5, bottom 5 or whatever. How many kits are there? Lord, a lot. I would be able to present it in that way, but I would never be able to I would never be able to tell you like a ranking system because it just really kind of depends on my day. On any given day, one that I might not have liked as much yesterday, I might like more today or vice versa. So it would be impossible for me to put them in a ranking system. It also may take a while to sell out. Yeah, you guys both lost Artemis. That's crazy. Naomi, do you always put more than one diamond drill down at one time? Because I've tried to do a few at a time and I can't get it. They fall off or I can't get them on right. No, I don't. Yes, I do. That's okay. That's a weird question. Let me answer that weird. No, it's a straightforward question. It has a weird answer. So sometimes when I'm laying drills, I'm actually laying one drill at a time, but I'm putting them both on the multi-placer. Now, Angela, what I would recommend to you, what you're probably running into is you're probably a harder placer than you think that you are. And so when you're like going to pick things up because you've kind of squished all the wax out of it, it's not staying on the multi-placer, okay? So one, I would recommend investing in some putty. Now I know you're in the UK and Crafting Cat UK is in the UK. Hold on, let me see. Let me get you a link to Crafting Cat for putty. Just to give it a try, because I think that if you had that, you would maybe have a bit better luck with multi-placing, because I am not great with wax when it comes to multi-placing because I have to replace my wax so often. Okay, it's like ridiculous. But let me out of here. Here we go. Let me find her info. There we go. Crafting. Oh, I didn't save it. What the heck? Hold on a moment. Crafting at UK. There we go. There we go. I got Linky for you. But I would really recommend trying to get yourself some putty and or oh, Sarah's already got it. I should know better. Yeah, I would recommend trying some putty because it's possible that when you're laying drills, you're a hard placer and you're losing your wax. Now, the question that you asked was whether I always place more than one at a time. I do when possible. More often than I don't, I am placing more than one. But what I do is if I have two singles that I need to place, like I'll usually have my drills where there's a space in between, okay? and then I'll pick one up on one side and I'll pick one up on the other side. And it looks like this, where I'm going to single place, but I'm going to single place twice. Sometimes I'll even put one right in the middle of those and place 3 instead of just 2. And I do that because it saves me time. So there aren't any single place parts here. So I would go placing one and then place the other. So I'm actually single placing with the multi-placer. It 100% saves you time. But I used to run into similar issues where I had a hard time multi-placing with wax because I'm a very hard placer and I would just lose all my wax and have to reapply and reapply and reapply and reapply. And ain't nobody got time for that, honestly. You answer any more questions and you're going to give it away. Oh no, I'm not going to answer any more questions. You bought that putty, but it's not much sticky. Okay. The other one, Abby's diamond putty, the one that Sarah put in the chat, that might be another one. No, she's saying it's not sticky. It's not enough sticky, Jamie, not it's too sticky. But yes, I won't give away any more infos about what kit I'm doing for the event. You will have to tune in and find out. I recommend, if you're already subscribed to the channel, like Michelle is saying, hit the notification bell so that you can find out right away on the 1st. But I will suffice it to say that it is not Song of Artemis and it is not Onihime. That's it. And the only reason I'm not doing Song of Artemis, because I would do Song of Artemis, but I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with the dash problem. And that's just more or less like, I didn't want to cloud the experience, with dealing with lines, I guess. That's really all it is. Because she is beautiful. I was going to wait and see if, I'll hang on to her. If Diamond Art Club decides to restock her, I might decide to buy her again. But we'll see. And then I would destash the other one, discounted or whatever, let people know it's got the pink lines. And if somebody else wanted to deal with it with mica powder, they could, Yeah, sometimes I'll even do it where I put 2 and 2, and then I will place those like this and like that. So I'm single placing or multi placing twice. It just makes things easier, At least that's how I feel about it. I need to know. Yes, I know it. I hate not knowing things. It drives me nuts. I hate it so much. Putty I got wasn't sticky. I even rolled it around in my fingers to see if it helped, but no luck. Other thing you could try if that's not sticky enough for you would be it's called Quake Hold Museum Putty. You can get this on Amazon. So you should be able to get it. That one would maybe be worth trying because it is a stickier, I'll show you. It is a stickier putty. And if it's too sticky, you can actually bring down the stickiness. Sorry, I'm trying to make my mouse work here. Come on. There we go. Not my best strength. Okay, so here's the edge of it, right? I have some edge sticking out of it. Now, this museum putty, I think it cost me $4, $5 on Amazon. It's just museum putty, right? It's the kind of stuff that you would put to stick things down or some people use it to hold up posters or whatever, poster putty, but you can see that it's really stretchy. Like really, really, really stretchy. Sorry, it's like wigging. It's a really stretchy putty. And so you can actually cut that down by using cornstarch. But because this is so sticky, like it's way too sticky for me. Either that, or you could always consider getting yourself some of the ghost and going from there, because that is like, or glue dots. You can get those on Amazon also, some glue dots. But yeah, that would be my recommendation, honestly, is try maybe something a little stickier. Uh Creations Moran is in Canada, so I don't know that you're going to save yourself on any shipping from Canada to UK. Otherwise, I would say Creations Moran is also a stickier putty. Pure Bliss Wax is in the United States. That's a stickier putty. If Marie was here, I could ask her. You're gonna. Oh, you don't have cornstarch there, do you? Oh, what is your replacement for cornstarch there? Uh, Hold on a second. Okay, cornstarch. I think you can use a cornstarch replacement. You can also use potato starch or rice flour. I would recommend potato starch would probably be better if you can't use a cornstarch. I think that you guys, trying to remember, you might call it something different too. Yeah, Jamie says I think they call it corn flour, but it's like it's oh sugar. Hey, sugar, sugar. No, 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 no. Bowie, quiet. No, sugar. You looking to get shamed already? This is what I use. It's literally just the cheapest cornstarch that I could buy. This stuff absolutely. You want a hot dog, sugar? Will you shut up if I give you a hot dog? Yeah, be quiet. But we sit. But yeah, this stuff, this cornstarch, that's what I used for thickening mine up so that it was drier. I used it on Pure Bliss wax. And Pure Bliss wax is generally really like sticky putty. Oh, it's Dustin. It's generally a really sticky putty, but I added in some starch and it did actually take some of the stretch out of it. It dried it out a little bit. But it does work. It does work. Oh, it's 2:45 a.m. there. Woo. Yes, I will sugar shame. I will sugar shame her after Dustin gets back in and settled. Because right now she's just more interested in whatever Beans is doing. But yeah, check that out on Amazon. You can get all of that on there. If you're not finding any like local putty places that are going to work for you with a stickier putty, if Marie was here, she would be able to maybe answer some of those questions because I have UK companies, unfortunately. Beans, are you whining about wanting hot dog? I know. You poor baby. All right, sugar, come here. They demanded you must be shamed. Oh, sugar, looking for a hot dog, Look at her looking for a hot dog. Oh, Dustin found hot dog. There we go.
Oh, the light hasn't caught up yet.
Oh, that's because I need to like refresh the. You better watch your fingers, man. She'll take your, if she had more teeth, she'd take your finger right off.
Bob and
Right. All the way. All the way off. Oh my God. Too funny. She wanted that hot dog real bad. Oh my gosh. So they're like horking it down now. Barely got the teeth to chew it. Oh, Beans, you're jealous of the hot dog she got. Beans says, I didn't get a hot dog. There you go. A little piece of hot dog for you, Beans. Enjoy. You came over here to whine in my face. I'm going to need you to leave me alone, sir. But yeah, I am stoked. I'm really, really stoked. I think it's going to be a bunch of fun. I found out that my birthday and Margaret Morales' son's birthday are very, very, very close in time. And so that was cool. Finished my first diamond art and just started my second. Cool. Now that was like a budget kit, right? Something that you had gotten on Amazon, or did you end up ordering something a little more expensive? No, I remember. Never mind. It was a budget kit. I remember. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's the best way to start, so that you don't start a craft that you're not sure you're going to really enjoy. You know, I think we all pretty much, well, many of us, not all of us, but many of us started with a budget kit before we ended up with, something real fancy like a Diamond Art Club. Some of us are just really hoity-toity and awesome, whereas I am not. But yeah, so I did, even though I was super busy today, I didn't want to plan anything too like heavy to try and do during the live. Um, but I did prepare some like weird and fun facts about art that I saved for you, so that if I didn't have time to prep like a whole thing for you guys like I would normally do, that I could at least give you some like fun art
fun fact.
facts. Oh, I have to say fun fact every time? Okay, I'll think about it. I will think about that. But yeah, like once you get practiced, you can actually place like a whole row. This is an 8 placer, but you can actually pick up 9 of them. And once you get enough practice in, you'll be able to be placing 9s and 10s and 15s even. Beans, really? Stop being ridiculous, sir. You just really want those last pieces of hot dog, and the fact that they're sitting there is driving you nuts. There you go. Yes, he can smell them, and he wants them so bad. Quit whining, sir. Hey, hot dogs are awesome. High five, bro. Yeah, there you go. You hit my table, but that's all right. There you go. It's gone. All gone. Nothing left. See, nothing on the plate. There you go. Go away. Yeah, you can lick the plate, even though there's nothing on the plate. Right. It was 2 that you bought from Amazon. That's right. That's right. Next, you got to graduate up to a licensed kit. What sizes were those? Do you know? Like in centimeters, what sizes it was? But yeah, I got some fun facts set aside for you. Dustin has demanded that when I read them that I say fun fact. Like Janet from The Good Place, which is a very good show. If you've never seen it, you should watch it. Dog juice is what's on the plate, Mom. Oh, I guess that's true. I guess that is true. There is hot dog juice. Okay. So here are some quirky, surprising, and hilarious art facts to brighten your day. Fun fact: Mona Lisa's not so real eyebrows. The famous Mona Lisa painting by Leonardo da Vinci lacks eyebrows. During that period, it was fashionable for women to pluck their eyebrows, and it's believed that over time, her faint brows simply faded or were removed during restoration. Here's your first fun fact. Yeah, so with the event, I was also trying to determine whether I wanted to do a second canvas if I finished the first canvas, and really I'm just not sure. I haven't fully decided. I almost feel like I don't want to do that because I don't want to burn my way through two canvases, like one right after another. But at the same time, like I also want to be working on a Morales the whole time. So then I have to decide, beans, don't, dude. Then I have to decide whether or not I just force myself to go slowly and make a canvas last me 2 months, which is like torturous. That is, I probably could get 3 of them done in that time or 4 because I can get 2 canvases done a month, but I don't want to slam through 4 canvases. I mean, granted, I don't know what's coming for Black Friday, so there could be more Moraleses in the Black Friday drop or in the Cyber Monday drop, but I can't be sure. I didn't need to worry about my eyebrows. My thyroid took care of that. I still vote we do a community watch of that. What are you watching? Community watch of what? Oh, Good Place. That's right. Beans. I don't have anything, dude. No, you talk to your dad about it. I'm busy, sir. No. Why don't you go open the side door and see if he wants to go sit out on the porch where it's cold or something? Check and see if he has food. That's the other thing that he usually complains about.
Dinner time.
Well, I mean, I didn't feed him that long ago. Right. He's had breakfast, second breakfast, supper, dinner, brunch, lunch. We free feed the dogs, and sometimes like that can be fine because then he doesn't complain as much about wanting food, but then he also just eats his way through his whole bag of food because he's got his food out all the time. Maybe hand him his bone. It's over by the, or you could give him a new one out of the fridge. I don't know if he'll take it because he already had one earlier. Grab him one of the beef bones. They're in the drawer in the refrigerator, the top drawer, where the yogurt and stuff goes. Yeah, he kind of finished that one. If it's anywhere, it's over there on the floor by where, but I don't know what he's got left in it. I don't know if you'll care, but you can try it.
Are you like?
Why are you shunning it? Maybe Bowie went and licked it, and now it's got Bowie's lips flavor on it. He didn't like that. Well, there's 2 more in the refrigerator. Growing boy. Yeah, very much so. Very much the growing boy. might also be busy with the event, not have time for diamond painting. That's true. I mean, that's possible. But I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm not putting pressure on anything or whatever, but I also don't want to force myself to move so slowly that I like take 2 months to do a diamond painting. He doesn't. Okay. Is he? Bean? What are you doing? You don't want your bone? Wow. He's so offended by it. Yeah, there you go. Get it. There, get it. Well, I didn't put it. No, it can't be that cold. I put it in the fridge, not the freezer, on purpose. Sugar will grab it. Try. It weighs about as much as she does. Get it, Beans? I went and got him like beef bones or whatever from the grocery store, like beef marrow bones, the actual bones that you get from the butcher. And he's like turning his nose up at it. He literally just walked away from it. That was weird. Interesting. I did give him one earlier though, so maybe he just doesn't. Maybe his tummy is full of beef bone. I don't know. I figured he'd do that. Just wants to complain about nothing. Like most teenage boys. Complaining about nothing. All right, let's look up another fun fact. Fun fact. Van Gogh ate his paints. Vincent van Gogh had such intense color associations that he sometimes ate yellow paint because he thought it would make him happier. This peculiar habit was part of his struggle with mental health and desire for joy. The experts would call that pica or pica, however you pronounce it. Pica. It's the desire to eat things that aren't food. Like pregnant women will chew ice, or in my instance, I sniffed markers. I caught myself sniffing markers too many times, and I was like, we need to get these out of the house. I told Dustin, I'm like, it's weird because when I sniff this marker, my mouth waters like it's food, and it's not food. So let's just not have these big, fat, permanent markers around the house, please, because I don't want to be you sitting around here sniffing markers, like huffing markers or eating a marker. But some women will eat coffee grounds or dirt. It's very weird, but it's called pica or pica. I wonder if the heavy metals they used for paint colors in those days caused some of the health issues too. Oh, I mean, certainly if there was any sort of mercury in there, he would have gone even more crazy. I mean, the reason that like people use the expression mad as a hatter is because of the chemicals that they use to like essentially stiffen the hats so that they stayed standing up or whatever. And hat makers or haberdashers, as they're called, they would be around that particular chemical or whatever so often that it would drive them crazy. Be nuts. So it's very possible that there were, things lead or, mercury or whatever in the paints that certainly did not help the issue. Let's put it that way. I mean, they were even using like beetle wings and lapis lazuli and sorry, I don't know what the heck that was about. What he's barking at. Beans. Hey, dude. Phone. Right here. I don't even know what you're barking at. Like you're just barking at nothing. Um, but yeah, I'm certain it couldn't have helped the issue. That's for sure. Definitely could not have helped. All right, next one. I did not read that correctly for a second. I'm going to read it correctly this time. Napoleon's tiny portraits. Yeah, I read it as Napoleon's tiny pants, but it's not. I'm just not close enough to the screen apparently to have seen portraits. I saw pants. Napoleon Bonaparte commissioned several life-sized portraits of himself, but at 5'6", he wasn't exactly towering. Some paintings were tweaked to make him appear taller, leading to the Napoleon complex stereotype. Yeah, not Napoleon's pants, though. That's a whole different thing. A whole other thing. You know, I too am a vertical person, okay? And there is one thing that I will say for we shorties out there in the world. I wouldn't mess with us. We have like little dog syndrome, where like I will yap at you and bark at you and I will become ferocious if necessary because I don't like it when people make me feel smaller. Like my least favorite thing when I was in school, I'm 5'2", and so like my taller friends would often like come over and put like their arm on my like rest their arm on my shoulder, their elbow on my shoulder. I hated that so intensely, or on my head, which was also like that would pretty much send me into like I would just basically go from like 0 to livid in no time flat. I absolutely hated it when people would put rest their elbow on my head or rest their elbow on my shoulder or whatever. Not cool. But I do know that like whenever it involved like my, like somebody would be talking crap or whatever, and I would get lippy with somebody, most often you would hear people say like, "Well, I on her because she will rip you up." Well, that's because, the other thing that I know about smaller people is that we don't fight fair, and that is because we do not have the option to fight fair. Like why would I choose to fight fairly when I am already outmatched or outpaced or outsized or outclassed? Not like I'm not classy. I mean like, weight class. Um although maybe, anyway, like I just as a small person, I do not fight fair. Why what would compel me to? Nothing. To use whatever dirty tricks in the book that I can because you just don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. So I wouldn't mess with a small person. And I'm sure that Napoleon, for as tiny as he might have been, Napoleon and his tiny pants. And yes, I will share your stupid joke in just a second, Dustin. Don't even start. I will share with you Napoleon's dumb dad joke. Are you ready for it? I'm ready to tell you. Here we are. Where did Napoleon keep his little armies? In his little sleeveys. Shut up. Yes, that was one of the first dumbass jokes that Dustin ever told me. Ever in my What are you over there grumbling, growling about? Talk to your boy, Dustin. Tell him to knock that off. Goddess Jen. Oh, Lord. Too funny. All right. Let's look for our next one. Fun fact. Picasso had a very long name. Pablo Picasso's full name had 20 words. His parents named him Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Crispiniano Maria Remedios de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz Picasso. All of that. Okay, that's a little extra. Now, if they'd added something really classy on there, like Esquire or the Third, that could have been fun. 23 words in your name. Imagine trying to learn how to spell that in school. Damn. I had a hard enough time with my own name. It's 5 letters. Most of them are vowels. What are you giggling about over there? If your name was all vowels, there's probably people out there who have names that are all vowels. I'm certain of it. Mine just happens to have a lot of vowels. 3 of the 5 letters are vowels. Do you remember like the Facebook meme from back in the day where they would have you spell your, like, write your name out with only the vowels? I do. Those are old Facebook memes. But yeah. Oh, finding out your stripper name. That one is the your first pet when you were growing up, and then the street that you grew up on when you were a kid. So mine would have been PJ Richardson, which does not sound like a stripper name, it sounds like a porn name. Yeah, Dustin's would be Mutsy Maine, which is actually a pretty good stripper name for a lady. But yeah, I remember those cutesy little Facebook memes that would go around. Figure out your Star Wars name or figure out your like Childish Gambino name. It isn't your Childish Gambino name, but that's how Childish Gambino got that name, was with one of those weird generator things. Was it like a Wu-Tang? No. I forget which generator that Childish Gambino Donald Glover used to get that name, but it was like one of those things. Those were very popular back on Facebook in the day. Definitely. But I remember those like weird, stupid little what was your whatever name? Yeah. Yep. Ways to get password clues. I have actually never used either of those to, well, there were some of them that were very much like, yeah, let me get your password clues. I've never actually used either of those for a password clue, now that I think about it. But I do remember there being one of those that was like, yeah, specifically like about password clues. Let's see. Michelangelo's stink. Fun fact. Michelangelo wasn't big on personal hygiene. He rarely changed his clothes and even slept in his booth. His dedication to art made him too busy making the Sistine Chapel an even more fragrant project. I bet he bathed in patchouli. I would be willing to bet that Michelangelo was just bathing in patchouli oil. Just rife with it. Now, that is not to say that I don't love patchouli oil, because I actually do like patchouli stink. I'm one of those weirdos that's actually a pleasant pleasant fragrance to me. But that is not to say that the unwashed did not use that as a form of wash. I don't know about maybe in Michelangelo's days, but I could see Michelangelo just bathing himself in some patchouli oils, rosemary, maybe a little, I don't know, peony, something. Cat's like, nah. Cat had a coworker recently who was terminated for body odor. I actually had to terminate an employee for body odor before. It's not a fun conversation to have with a person. And I was working at a job where it was like primarily women, right? And I mean, I went so far as to give this girl deodorant. I bought the deodorant for her. I gave her multiple warnings, but like when you're working with human beings, like your job is to take care and help human beings. And like you've got to get right up on them in order to help them change their clothes or like get them showered. And like, can you imagine you're elderly and somebody of you and they're giving you a shower and they're like body odor is stinking up the bathroom? Like that's just cruel and unusual punishment. So it's in the handbook, like you need to maintain your hygiene. And she didn't, and she didn't, and she didn't. And so I had to terminate her. So Michelangelo, I would have fired you for your body stink. We need a stink emoji. For real. For real though. Smell vision. All right, next one. Fun fact. Dali's wild antics. Surrealist Salvador Dali once showed up to an exhibition in a diving suit, helmet and all. He claimed he needed it to go deeper into the subconscious. The stunt backfired as he nearly suffocated inside of the suit and had to be rescued. All for the joke, people. All for the joke. That is dedication to the joke. You almost suffocated to death inside of your diving suit because you needed to give people some sort of a chuckle. Salvador Dali almost died for a dad joke. That sucks for him. That really sucks for him. Although I can admire a good dad joke every now and again. I can get down with that. Definitely. All right, let's see here. We got about 15 minutes left. Let's see what else we can find out in our fun facts. Stink emoji. Oh, the skunk. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That is pretty stank. All right. Let's see. Okay. Fun fact about the Scream's curious background. Edvard Munch, the Scream, was inspired by a real experience he had when walking at sunset. The sky turned bright red, and he heard the scream of nature, which became the essence of the haunting painting. Interesting. The scream of nature. Now, so Wisconsin, right? And I've seen it, I've experienced it, so I know it exists, right? Where we have like pink shadows here in the summer, especially like, right about just before like dusk, sunset, there's this pink hue to everything. And they say that like pink hue makes you crazy. So I wonder if this was what he was like experiencing, was that sound or that like feeling of when that color happens in the sky. I mean, and I can sort of relate because having synesthesia, like the connections between the way that I see or hear or smell or touch or taste things can get like the wires can get crossed sometimes. And that's why like certain numbers have a color, or certain colors have a sound, or certain sounds have a feeling, or whatever. Like I can kind of understand that. I can sort of get into his shoes on that, you know? Like okay, I smell what you're stepping in. I definitely smell what you're stepping in. All right, let's see. Yeah. Next one. Mm, let's see. Art for cats. Fun fact. In 2014, a London gallery held an art show for cats, complete with scratching posts and paintings featuring fish. It was created by British artist Dominic Wilcox, and the installation's success proved cats make discerning art critics. I don't know how you can tell. And when I read, I use orange highlighter, which helps me. There you go. You know, it's interesting, like the ways that as humans that we have developed these kind of tips or tricks or whatever to, sorry, beans. No. The way that we've developed these like tips or tricks to like help us with our like shortcomings or our impediments, because like in old times, right? Old timies, they would just think that you were illiterate and move on. They wouldn't attribute it to any sort of a learning disability. It would just be you're disabled, and therefore, in those times, simple or a moron or whatever, when really, like, some of the world's most intelligent people actually are dyslexic. All right, look at that. We got it done under the wire, and I can show you, maybe I can't. Oh, no, it didn't work the last time. All right, hold on. Lights off. I'm going to show you lights off for a second, but I got to turn them down slowly for you. All right, here, hold on. Going slow. All right. Are you ready? Don't look directly at it or it'll freak you out. Here we go. Boop. Oh, pitch black. But it is glowing. It's just hard to see in this light that it's glowing, but it is glowing. There's glow in the dark drills. Hold on. Where's my light? Man, all right. Don't look directly at the screen. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I didn't want to flash you. But there, this part right here is all glow in the dark drills, which is really, really cool looking. Not the hello. Hello. Actually, I was just getting ready to wrap it up in about, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes. But yeah, they used glow in the dark drills on this canvas in this like blue part right there, and it's all the way around her, and it looks so cool. But it's hard to see like when I'm streaming. I can film it on the camera like when I'm not using a program to started that time. When I'm not using a program to jump from the phone or like the camera to the internet. I don't know why it just doesn't want to show anything in that way, but yeah, it's got glow in the dark drills on it, and it's actually really freaking cool. But you know, what can you do? I've only got a few, let me back this up a little and I'll show you. I've only got a few rows left, and the way that I'm working on it right now is actually, I'm going like this, I'm like this. I'm doing like a whole line that way instead of going one little square at a time. I'm doing like a double square because a lot now is all like color blocking stuff. It's not too hard, but let me scooch this lamp over this way, pardon me, and my arm, and then I'll kind of show you the canvas and what I've got going on it so far. It's real pretty. So yeah, I just have this section right here left to do. Not much remaining. Just that right there is left, and it's a lot of color blocking. But here's what she looks like, guys. Isn't she cute? Look at that. I love it. The shading is great. The canvas looks awesome. The fact that it glows in the dark, like all this stuff along the sides right here is all glow in the dark right there. All of that's glow in the dark drills up to there and around. And I think it just looks amazing. The grid is nice and tight. The drills are very nice. No real issues with this. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And proof once more that, you know, there are lots and lots and lots of really amazing licensed diamond painting companies out there. This one from Art and Soul, they've actually had some updates since their earlier days. And I mean, like even the folds in her jacket, you know, I'm dog hair. I'm loving the like folds in her coat that you're seeing. Those wrinkles. I love those. Those shoulder pads are very, very extra. Hoping next Friday to do my 24-hour stream. You'll have to let me know. I'll come and keep you company at least for a little while, because Friday I don't have a live stream. I probably can keep you company. Just let me know details when you know them. And that being said, it's about 8 minutes till I end up wrapping up. If there's anybody on here that does have your own YouTube channel, if you would like to share your social information with your YouTube channel, by all means, be my guest. Nati is looking for people to keep her company next Friday on a 24-hour. And I say definitely, you know, you got to have that kind of help, man, because it's rough when you don't have people. And Nati was very nice and kept me company during mine. So I will impress upon you to do your civic duty and help keep her sane and awake while she pursues a 24-hour live herself. I say, do it. Just give me credit for the idea. That's all I ask for. Look at this. I think it's great. I really think it's great. And I did make some little changes like on her eyes. Instead of, they gave me white, just plain white drills like what you see in her hair, that white. But I ended up putting, excuse me, ABs in the eyes of the pumpkin because I thought her eyes are supposed to look wet, right? I also put some extra like fairy dust down here at the end of the drips because I figure drips should look wet. But you know, when you're in person, some of these colors, like it happened with Divide of Attraction, where some of these colors together, you look at them and you go like, no, those colors shouldn't be together. They don't look right, you know, whatever. But really, when you get at viewing distance, like you're getting, it looks amazing. Actually, I don't mind those colors. I think they actually look really good together. But when you're like really right up on it and they're using mauve or bright pink or whatever, it actually ends up looking okay, I think. I mean, you know, you be the judge of what you think. But oh, the other thing that I did was in these black wings, I actually put the you can see it's a black like pixie dust or pearlescent drill there to put lines in there just because a big black chunk didn't look very good. So I actually put lines in the wings so that it would look better. Yeah, awake, yes, but maybe not so sane. Yeah, are you gonna be, diamond painting during your 24 hours, or are you just going on alive for 24 hours? What are you planning on doing with your 24 hours? But yeah, a lot of what I have left is all color blocking, so, um, it's gonna take me no time at all to finish the rest of this. I might even be able to do, like, another couple squares tonight even while I'm awake. We'll see. We shall see, but, my goal was to try and get this finished before Halloween, and I definitely think I'm gonna reach that goal because 'cause I've got another, what, 5 days away that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares are gonna take me 5 days. Like, that's not gonna happen. But really just I think it looks great, even down to, like, these spider webs on the inside of her hat. Um, I love her, like, kind of folded ears, like her little pointed folded ears on the side of her head. Serendipity, the artist, really captures me. I think that her work is very provocative, like, um, Camilla de Erico, or even, like, for me, a Simona Candini is another one, where there are big-eyed girls, but they're big-eyed girls that are kind of weird. I like that. Diamond painting for the most part, maybe draw as well. Cool. All right. Well, drop your blah, blah, blah. Drop your channel in the comments for people so that they can go and keep you company as well, not the yeah, there's lots of just really great little details in this canvas. Like the shading on the cat is really amazing. Like down to how ruffled and furry the chest looks on the cat or the tail, like these little extra hairs that you see. Um, the shininess of the hair, like where it's like rippling, you can really see where like the shine would be the shininess of, like, what I imagine to be beans. What the heck? What I imagine to be, like, patent leather or whatever. I feel that, right? And, yeah, there's some really phenomenal details. This cat actually has, like, eyeshadow on its eyes. I love the eyeshadow on the kitty cat's eyes. I think that's really cute. Um, but yeah, lots of really great details on this canvas. The little vines up with the pumpkin. Yeah, I think it was amazingly done and I really, really enjoy it. And this is still available on Art and Soul with their like spooky drops that they did. And then they've got some really amazing winter. Oh my God. The Reagan Kubitschek that they came out with, like they've come out with some really good Hannah Lynn's on there. And I'm not like a huge Hannah Lynn fan, but I'm not a huge Hannah Lynn fan, but Poinsettia Pixie. Oh, there's so many ones that I want from Art and Soul. So I've got to keep that in on my radar too. Yeah, pretty amazing. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. But all right, guys, I've got only a couple minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We will be moving over to Discord after dark on the Discord. So if you are not in the Discord, you can join us by there is usually a link in my description. If not, I believe that one of the mods can get a link down there for you for the Discord. But I think most of the people that are on here are in there that want to be in there. Um, so please make sure that you are um joining us in the Discord for Discord After Dark. Usually takes me about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and then I'm in the Discord. And if you want to join us, please keep the conversation going. Only this time you get to have a conversation too. But yeah, I would love to see you in Discord After Dark. Otherwise, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here as ever. I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a terrific morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, or wherever you are. I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye. Later.